Good evening, I'm Suzanne Geha. Coming up on News Center 8 at 6, college costs are going up 12 to 17% throughout.
This is News Center 8 at 6 with Suzanne Geha, Warren Reynolds with sports, meteorologist Kurt Smits, and for vacationing Jay Johnson, Jay Ritchie.
Juvenile home for the murder of a restaurant manager. After a 2-month investigation, Calhoun County officials took the youth into custody today. Irvin Stokes, the manager of the Ponderosa Steakhouse of Battle Creek, was found dead behind the restaurant on May 3rd. He died of multiple stab wounds. Authorities are not releasing the name of that youth. Some sources say as many as 50,000 children are abducted each year in this country, and that 8,000 of them are killed. In some cases, police at first considered the missing child just a runaway. In other cases, the missing report received no police attention right away because some departments will not take missing juvenile complaints until a day or two after the child is gone. Those agencies argue they'd be burdened with needless paperwork because most missing children turn up in a day or two. But that's not the case here in Grand Rapids, where immediate response to all missing complaints has been policy for years and a standing order for 4 months. News Center 8 makes me want to contemplate a trip to the North Pole.
Yeah, really.
Coming up tonight on News Center 8, college enrollments will reportedly decline drastically in the next 15 years, but tuitions will soar. We'll have those stories, Jay.
Also, consumer reporter Jim Childress tells us how to prepare for an out-of-town vacation, and the rodeo is coming to Wyoming. We'll have a Live 8 report on tonight's parade.
Conoco Oil, a $7 billion deal that would be the largest merger ever. The Treasury Department says U.S. banks have 4 days to turn over Iranian assets frozen after the seizure of the hostages. The Energy Department says full decontrol of natural gas prices next year could be beneficial, but a consumer group challenges that. A new survey of American executives shows they're more confident about our economy now than they were a few months ago. And again, the dollar soared. Gold fell $10 an ounce, and Wall Street suffered its 8th straight decline. I didn't have a chance to talk to you over the weekend.
Tremendous match.
Really?
And I was very surprised. I thought Bjorn Borg was unbeatable.
Well,
McEnroe didn't.
He was for how many years, huh?
Yeah. Well, this is a big week for golf in Detroit, Susie.
When you're getting ready to go on vacation, there always seems to be 1,000,001 things to do. Maybe you remember to stop the newspaper from being delivered and arrange for someone to pick up your mail. But do you turn the hot water heater down to save energy and money, or ask a neighbor to keep an eye on the house? Our consumer reporter, Jim Childress, has some very practical vacation. More foreign tourists came to our country than U.S. tourists traveled abroad. And Commerce Department figures show that in the first 3 months of this year, that trend continued.
Opportunities for students.
And the Wyoming rodeo, depending on who you are and where you're from, gets underway with the parade tonight. Our Carrie Berglund is standing by with a live in the Grand Rapids School District will continue as president of the Kent Intermediate School District. To hit that city all year, the Wyoming Rodeo. Tonight, the Wyoming JCs are sponsoring a parade to kick off the rodeo, and Carrie Head 'em Up and Move 'em Out Berglund is standing by with a Live 8 report.
Oh, I'm going to go and watch the cowboys who fight the bulls, and they're having a special kind of a contest, you know, during the whole rodeo season.
And will you be fighting the bulls?
You'll have to tune in tomorrow night to find out.
Matador?
Don't ask embarrassing questions,
Any
Susie.
Espanol in you?
Poquito. The baseball strike.
Century when the workforce shrinks and the baby boom population retires. A new study shows Michigan ranks 30th among all the United States when it comes to getting a return on our federal tax dollars. We paid nearly $4 billion to Uncle Sam in the last fiscal year and received $3.9 billion from imprisonment. She was under house arrest for 5 years while the government tried her for several political crimes. She's now out on parole and expected to travel to Spain. Violence continues in Iran. 27 more opponents of the Ayatollah Khomeini were executed today. And one of the regime's leaders, the Governor General of the Gilan province, was assassinated by 2 gunmen on motorcycles. No group is yet claiming responsibility for that incident. The United States is well accustomed to violent, destructive inner-city riots, but in recent history, England has never seen the likes of them, at least not until... burn unit following an explosion at his home tonight. Henry Street Southeast in Grand. Loads of cowboys and horses filled the street.
I was just dreaming about being on one of those horses over here just... Oh, yeah. Don't tell me I'm going to fight a bull, because I'm not.
You're not going to fight? Thank you for joining us for the past week and a night. A WOTV editorial is next, followed by The Tonight Show. See you tomorrow.
Good night.